for this question.
Okay. So the question was, can you
Groundbreaking discoveries, right?
can you give us an example of groundbreaking discoveries in India as well as
world? Yeah. Since it is connected to this fundamental research and all, so the best thing I remember two of these discoveries, but we have to convey these discoveries and its importance to the common audience in science communications or something. Mm-hmm. So once the two discoveries that I find interesting is something related to my field or in general physics or chemistry. I don't need to distinguish.
No. Yeah.
One was Raman effect, mm-hmm. which is a fundamental research where we can actually see it was done in 1938 or so. Mm-hmm. So it was it was fundamental research, and where they observed the frequency change of some the light when it passed through some molecules or so. And this effect was seen in only very little amount of only 1% of this light which passed through, and the frequency was shifted and changed in the path of these rays, and they could connect that with the properties of these molecules inside. And later on, after 2030, nowadays, in this 21st century, and people are exploring its importance, and they have been applying it in various fields to find out what are the molecules involved, or the particles inside blood, and which can be connected to all fields of research, biology, chemistry, and physics. So that was a wonderful
from India.
From India.
Yeah.
And so, from abroad, I would connect more into my research field, where I find in 1940s, 50s, that range, I think, Zernike is a physicist from Netherlands, and he found something called phase contrast microscopy, which was a really important discovery or invention at that time. But the importance came into picture after 20 years. They started using it to image live cells. So cells imaging, because cells are transparent, and in order to see them, we cannot directly use the microscope. We need to add some adaptive or optical elements inside, which is called phase contrast plate, which gives contrast to the cell refractive index compared to the background. So that was a fantastic discovery.
So both are Nobel Prize winning. Winning.
Zernike was and also after Zernike's name, there was a polynomial, a series which is called Zernike polynomial, which he could tackle many aberrations in the atmosphere and astigmatism, or spherical aberration, all together in the terms of phase.
Yeah.
And even in the eye or whatever. So basically, we could really see its importance.
Yeah.
In the glass. That's kind of great invention. So these two were initially started with fundamental research to study mathematically how it works, and later on there were a lot of applications. Even now we use in the lab.
Even Zernike polynomials is something which I have started using in my PhD. So it's wonderful that Zernike could do that, and as well as Raman, what Abhilash has said. So I think the main reason was why I have asked from India and abroad, because we have been always talking about India not doing great in world science. So in the context of world science, Raman and Zernike are two important pillars. I'm really delighted to hear that examples actually. So so it's your turn now to ask.
I can ask the final question, I would say.
No, I think you still have two more questions.
Okay, but some of the answers are already given, I think. But I will club both of these questions. So, do you think students lack curiosity during their studies? And that's one question. I want to combine one more. This modern technology influenced the society to pressurize the young generation to go for engineering over science. And how how does this influence
How does this influence what?
the modern technological, this whatever, like this mobiles or new technologies,
Innovations.
innovations actually affect a lot of parents to pressurize the kids to go for this area rather than pure science fundamental research.
So
Can you give me an answer in 2 minutes or so?
Yeah, sure. So the first question was lack of curiosity, and the second question I will try to skip because it has been kind of answered.
Yeah, we
before.
have answered.
So the lack of curiosity is something I think is not there